Yo, what's going on, guys? I've been getting a lot of flack, and I think it's about time that I do something a little different with these videos. And in today's video, I'm gonna go in a little bit on some personal things, some things some other clients have told me as far as why you should move down here to New Mexico. I feel like there's a lot of reasons out there why you shouldn't, but in today's video, I'm gonna tell you why you should probably consider it. So hang tight, grab your pen and your pad, and let's go. We've done a couple of videos talking about reasons why you should double think about moving to New Mexico, Albuquerque, and all that stuff. And, we went over affordability, the climate, the types of homes, all that, right? The lifestyle, the culture. But that was old stuff. I think it's time to renew some of this stuff that we've talked about, bring it into 2024. Now, when we are talking about Albuquerque, we are going to be talking about affordability, right? That's going to be one of the main reasons why a lot of people move down here. Now, with home prices in the metro area sitting right around $350,000 compared to other cities like Los Angeles, where they're almost a million, Denver, where they're almost 700,000, we're still pretty reasonable. And, including our property taxes and everything else, our lives don't really change a whole lot when it comes to purchasing a house. I mean, some rents are even higher than some people's mortgages, believe it or not, and that's more than enough of reason for people to move down here. And that's the conversation I'm having all the time, right? Is Eli, we're moving down there because our rent is $3,000 a month. We've seen what we can buy down there for $3,000 a month, and it's a mansion. It's crazy. It's more than what we have here in our tiny little apartment. So, just to be realistic, guys, and show you the light of the conversations that I'm having. And I gotta tell you guys, thank you so much for stopping by the Living in Albuquerque channel. If this is your first time tuning in, do us a huge favor and do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys never miss out on any videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about everything Albuquerque, New Mexico, and giving you guys the inside scoop on why you should think about moving down here. And again, my name is Eli, and that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. And as much as I love doing these videos, guys, I would love to help you out with your real estate needs. So feel free to reach out to that number, pause the video, write it down, take a screenshot, do whatever it is that you got to do. Send it to a friend, right? That way we can get on a quick video call to talk about what the next steps are, talk about all the different areas, and go over some things on why you are possibly moving down to Albuquerque. But I mean, so much to go over, so little time. Let's get right into it. I had a client once tell me that they took a trip down here before they moved, and they said that people were nice. The lifestyle and the neighborhoods down here were so chill and laid back, and that pretty much sold them. I didn't even have to talk about home prices, affordability, or anything logistically. They visited Albuquerque and said some of the neighborhoods that they got an opportunity to go and see and visit, a lot of the people were super nice and willing to help out. And really, when you walk down the street, people are willing to say hi to you. And I don't know if in other places people are longing that, right? This is only information that I hear from my clients and from peers that I have that are trying to move down here. So to have that aspect, and they also seen how engaging the community is between their events and anything that they try to put on for like kiddos. They're super involved, and they want to make sure that anybody else that wants to be involved, they reach out and extend a helping hand to make sure that, hey, whether you're new to the community or you've been here forever, we want to make sure that we bring you in into whatever we're doing. Like I've said before in other videos, our community aspect here is just, it's amazing how people come together at the end of the day to really make something special. I mean, from art projects to park cleanups to run for the zoo to the summer fest to the art walks and all the little pop-up events that people put together, farmers markets, all that stuff is so amazing. And when people see that, again, I don't know if on other places they have to travel far for it, but down here, really, you just got to walk down the street. Now, affordability is a great thing, right? Talking about home prices and all that stuff, but lifestyle also gets very affordable here. Just because we're not all about the glitz and glamour, life is really slowed down and really behind down here, and it adds to that lifestyle. So lifestyle isn't super expensive here either. But segueing into the next one, it's going to be our climate. That's more than enough reason for you guys to get down here, especially if you're from Florida. I mean, with all the hurricanes and all the tsunamis and everything crazy going on down there by the water, which, I mean, I pray everybody's safe, but to have to deal with that and the repercussions that I see from videos from some of my clients or people that are posting on Instagram, it's crazy to me. Like, why would you want to jeopardize essentially everything you've worked for your whole life to live right next to the water like that? Like, I mean, the worst case scenario that we deal with is fires, and that's really up north in the mountains. Nothing really down here in the metro area. And I mean, we have high winds and stuff like that, but nothing crazy like hurricane winds. But really, 360 plus days of sunny weather all year round, right? Even now during the wintertime when it's super cold, when the sun is out, you can expect it to be around the 50, 60 degree mark. I'm in a hoodie and shorts right now. Let's be realistic that most other states you really can't do that unless you're living in like Colorado. But Colorado is a different monster, and that's a different conversation for a different day. But really, the climate here is amazing. That's a topic of conversation that we should probably discuss if we get on this quick call. Now, I know I talked about it a little bit with the climate, but natural disasters aren't really existing here. Again, yes, we deal with fires, and some of them are man-made, and the other ones are natural. But for majority of the part, it really doesn't affect a whole lot of the metro area. It affects parts of the rural states, like up north in Jama and Taos, down south in Las Cruces and stuff like that. But really, here in Albuquerque, we're basically dealing with pretty much nothing. So we're pretty lucky in that aspect that maybe some high winds and some inclement weather from time to time, but really that's going to make for either a snow day or just a day to stay inside. And whether or not you want to go outside on those days, it's going to be your choice, right? In some places, you're getting evacuated, there's floods, mudslides, big wildfires, all that stuff. And, nothing against those other states, but when we really don't have to worry about that, not even droughts, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it takes away from the stress of life and living, from those animalistic traits of just life in general, that we get to worry about other stuff like hanging out with our friends, spending time with our family, going out to do fun stuff, hiking, biking, mountain trails, all this stuff that we have here in New Mexico that we get to enjoy, right? All the natural beauty is just for us to enjoy, and why would we not take advantage of that? Now, talking about natural and nature and all that stuff, with the non existent big major things going on with Mother Nature and, super good weather pretty much all year round, our climate here is perfect for the outdoor lifestyle. I mean, you're talking like mountain biking, hiking the East Mountains, trail riding, the Bosque, walking down, riding your bike, fishing on the Rio Grande. All that stuff is pretty prominent here. And you're really going to make an excuse to get outside, whether you have kiddos or not, or you got a fur baby. You're really going to find an excuse to get outside, whether you're grilling, cooking, hanging out with friends, all that stuff, right? Most of the restaurants here have outdoor patios for that reason, because we understand the value that we have here with our climate and our weather, that we should probably take advantage of it. Where most places you want to sit inside because it's too cold or it's too hot. I mean, we deal with that from time to time, but like I said, it's every once in a while. It's not going to be a constant thing where it's like 30 days of straight heat. It's going to be a couple days, in the summertime. The rest of the time, it's going to be nice and cool. In the wintertime, right? It's not going to be terrible during the day. If the sun is outside, you're looking at 60 degrees. So why would you not enjoy the outdoor beauties here? Now, with all the talk that I've had with the natural beauty, climate, weather, I mean, to build community in this type of environment is awesome, right? Because it's not going to feel so rushed. It's not going to feel so, I don't know, like you really need to try, because everybody here feels like they're a part of one big conglomerate of, melting pot of communities. And it's pretty cool to see that when people come together and engage with each other and create events, create different brands, businesses, all this stuff. And I mean, we got sushi burritos, for God's sakes. I've never heard of that anywhere else besides here in New Mexico. And we mix green chili with it, believe it or not. We still have our own culture, and when other cultures come in, we just integrate them. Like, it's not a thing. It's nothing crazy. And to have that Southwestern, homey kind of feeling like you're at home throughout the community speaks volume, right? Because for a point there, we felt like we were all separated and we couldn't really talk to each other. And a lot of people actually longed for that, even here in our community. And as soon as things got a little back to normal, it was on. People were having events, people were hanging out. I mean, downtown was filled with people, events, farmers markets, all this stuff. It just like boomed. And it was cool to see that the community really came back, not in a sense of, trying to build the community, but that's just who we are. Our culture here is just so amazing. Now, I tried to do this video just to give you guys a little bit more of a personal opinion, try to let you into my life and, my perspective of what I've dealt with, close to over 30 years of living here in Albuquerque and New Mexico. I've seen it all here. I've seen different changes. I've seen different cultures. I've seen all types of different stuff, and it's always been an essence of community, affordability, and making sure that, hey, we don't grow faster than what we're supposed to be. We're taking our time. We'll get there when we get there. Really, the land of mañana is a big statement down here. And plus, anybody that wants to come live down here, we accept you with open arms. So whether you're looking to move down here because you're tired of your situation, paying high rents, paying all this crazy amount of money for even gas, because gas down here is still pretty affordable. I mean, I think the other day it was like $2 a gallon or something for the cheaper gas. And milk isn't $10, it's more like $5. So really, with that being said, if you're tired of all that, and if any of this struck a chord with you and you made it this far, that number popping up on the screen, guys, is my direct line. And as much as I love hanging out with you guys on these videos, whether they're long or short, I would love to also help you out with your real estate needs and hop on a quick video call. So feel free to stop the video, write it down, send it to a buddy, do whatever it is that you got to do to hit me up. That way we can hop on a quick call and talk about that possible move down here to Albuquerque or any other city in New Mexico at that. That way we can make sure that you're on the right track, getting to the right place down here in the Southwest. But other than that, guys, I'm going to head out. It's time to close up shop. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Yeah, oh my Lord, watch me sway. Darkness falls and we all pray.